Brand new adventure today on a river that we were on yesterday, and I have probably already published that video, I hope. Gorgeous out here this morning. Only thing I've really noticed that is the water is really cloudy here compared to yesterday, but the reason I think it's probably so mucky is because the fish were feeding last night, like the catfish and whatnot, and they stir up the bottom. And I'm thinking that as the day goes on, it'll clear up just like it was yesterday. Yesterday was nice and clear, and I'm hoping today it'll do the same. I have confidence it will. But yeah, it's gonna be a good day, man. I'm really looking forward to this. Beautiful, all by myself. Gotta love it. This is a beaver feeding station right here. You can see all the leaves, and these sticks have been stripped of the bark. They're white. And all these little sticks in here, and you can follow the trail, goes right up there, and right up the bank over there. I'll give you a little zoom. But that trail on the bank is where he goes up and he finds the smaller sticks that are more juicy. And that big white one over there, that's just a stick that all the bark has been peeled off and eaten by the beaver. So whenever you see these white sticks like this on the river, look at the ends, and you can actually see where the beaver chewed them off. See how it's kind of sharpened like that and pointed? And all these little things here are his teeth marks. Those are his little front teeth where he's stripping off the bark. You see the same here. So that's how you can always tell if there's beavers in your area. That's probably beaver poo right there. Might be a pine cone, I don't know. Let's poke at it. What do you think? I'll poke at it. If there's beaver poo, it will fall apart. If there's a pine cone, it won't. No, pine cone. I always like looking at things like this because you just never know what you might see or find. See something on the bank right there underneath that root. I wonder what that is. Looks like something rusty sticking out. Let's go look at it. I think it's just an old mushroom. Yeah, it's an old mushroom. Ew. That's kind of weird, isn't it? Looks like Cheetos. Like Cheeto fingers. Like half the people that make the comments on my videos. Well, the dumb comments, not you guys. I just came back from that beaver slide over there, and I was working my way around, and I just glanced over these bushes and saw something that really freaked me out. Check this out. Isn't that freaky? That's all that moving. I'm like, what the heck is that? I thought something was coming to get me. Got the palsy, it does. I was hoping to find the fording area on the river, and I think I probably found it. This is my first signal since I got here. Anytime you're looking for a ford, this is a good thing to find. Yeah, it is. That's my lucky horseshoe. It's going to be a good day. All the luck ran out. This is an interesting little tool of some kind. Unfortunately, the blade just broke off when I pulled it out of the rocks. It looks like some type of little wedge or chisel or something. I like it. I wish I hadn't broken it. We'll try to preserve that though. Well, I'm still working my way down along the bank, and I'm getting a lot of iron. Not a single bullet, but just tons and tons of iron. So I know the people who have hunted this before me have not done a very good job. Look at all the iron I am finding. When I say good job, I mean a good job as far as finding, muskets, and bayonets, and shells. So this is what I've been finding so far. You can see these are big gears and cogs, and there was a mill nearby, so a lot of the stuff is out of the mill. It's kind of odd. I guess that's mill related too. These little things, I believe, are plow points. That's a worn down plow point that's broken. And oh, this is a boat anchor I found. That's kind of cool. Unfortunately, it's iron. I wish it was lead, because then it'd be worth a little bit, but it's worth nothing the way it is. Well, I got myself in a wee bit of a pickle. About half an hour ago, I was walking along and I tripped on a stick and almost fell flat on my face in the rocks. So I hit really hard, but luckily I was able to get the metal detector out in front of me and I bent the shaft, the rubber part, the plastic part of the shaft. So it was all kind of like cattywampus, and I was able to hunt with it for about half an hour, but it just broke. Let me show you what I have. This is the metal part of the shaft, which is still in fine shape. This is the plastic piece that broke. You can see I hit it real hard. It's actually deformed. It's mushroomed here. And this is the piece that just broke off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my trusty Gerber, which you just saw in my knife video, one I found on the river years ago, and we're going to MacGyver this back together. What do you think? Gonna work? I hope so. Still have a good 8 hours to go. I'm finding tons of iron. Got one shell fragment, and I just dug this neat little hammer. I guess that's what I guess it's a hammer. I don't know. Yeah, that's bigger. The hole is bigger there than there, so I'm sure some type of hammer. All right, let's see if we can put it together. Here's what I think I'm going to do. If you look here, you can see it's kind of egg-shaped. What I'm going to do is squeeze down on that with the pliers like this and get it roundish and stick it back in there. And hopefully it'll egg back out again and have plenty of friction in there so it won't turn. I don't want to have to try to drill out little holes or put that thing back in there. I don't think I'm going to have to. I think that's going to do just fine. But I'm going to have to set the camera down because I don't have 3 hands. Yep, that worked fine. What I did is I just jammed it back up in there, and it's fairly tight. If worse comes to worse, I guess I can always put something through here, but I don't think I'm going to have to today. I think we're back in business. I was sweating bullets on that one, especially when I almost hit the rocks and I figured I was going to break out all my teeth. I'm working my way downstream. As you can see, the water's really muddy because it's, we're flowing this way. My plan is to go on down, turn around and come back up just a little bit deeper. Now, I ran into somewhat of a conundrum because I have a shell at my feet. Now, I haven't picked it up yet because it's jammed in the rocks, but I can feel it and I know it's a shell of some kind. And I was hoping the water would clear, but it's not going to clear for a while. You can see it's still cloudy. So, should I go under and grab it, or should I come back and get a nice underwater video? What do you think? I lost my keys once in the bushes, so I'd probably lose this, wouldn't I? I'm going to go grab it, but I'll let you take a peek at what it looks like. And what it would look like if you could actually see it. So let's go under and look. What I did is I had my pick stuck to it, so we'll go right down to the bottom of the pick and see it. Kind of ran out of breath on that one, but I did get it. Holding it between my knees. I hope it's a shell after all that. Alright, here it comes. Come on, baby, it's a heavy one. Oh yeah, look at that. That's a shell. Yes, it is. That's a Civil War artillery shell. I want to say it's a parrot. But looking at the base, there's a little dimple right there. You see a little dimple? If that's really a dimple, that means it's a Confederate reed, which is a takeoff or a copy of a parrot, but only the reeds have that dimple in the bottom. So let's throw it in a boat and take a closer look. Alright, well there she is. And still got the rock stuck to it. I'm pretty sure that's a reed because of that lathe dimple. Now the shell I found yesterday, I called a reed. It looked a lot different. It had brass cup here and a little borer lead around the top. And that's another type of reed. There's actually a couple different types. And this is the copy of the parrot. It's called a parrot reed with a lathe dimple. Yay! Number 1 for the day. Number 2 for the trip. See, Lindsay? I've made expenses. Whenever I go detecting, my wife always asks me, did you have fun? And if I had fun and didn't find anything, well, I just had fun. But if I had fun and I found something good that actually paid for my gas, I'll tell her I made expenses. So I made expenses today already, and we're probably only about 9:30. Yay.